Welcome back to BLOCKTV. It's time now for Suck My Blockchain, where every day our top members scour the sphere looking for all sorts of news that made it to your feed and perhaps some that didn't. And with us today we have our very own Yonah Hochhauser, the man with the eye on sucking some fine blockchain. Yonah, what have you got for us?
I mostly scour. Well, Tron CEO and second most hated man in the cryptosphere after Craig Wright, Justin Sun, has been accused of buying 5,000 Twitter followers per day. Shocker. Josh Rager raged on Twitter, tweeting, "Looks like you're still buying 5,000 to 6,000 followers per day. My favorite stat is how you went from losing net negative followers per month to gaining 5,000 followers daily like clockwork in late 2018. You're such a meme. I feel sorry for Tron investors." Now, he added a chart from Twitter statistics tracker Social Blade, which backs up his claim. The chart shows Sun gaining around 5,000 followers without fail, which is pretty suspicious consistency to have for months. Plus, the charts show that the rise in followers was preceded by him actually losing a lot of followers, not by the steady growth that one would have predicted. Now, Sun has 1.7 million followers on Twitter. CZ, CEO of the world's biggest exchange, doesn't even have 500,000, and the pump has around 250,000. Asher, how many followers do you have on Twitter?
We're talking like 3,200.
Exactly. The fact that Justin Sun has more followers than you shows.
That's the proof.
Shows that there's something's fishy here.
That's the proof we're
Is this
for.
100% guaranteed proof that Sun buys followers? No, but do we really need this chart to prove it? Is anyone shocked at all that the dude who made up that he had kidney stones in order to get out of a lunch with one of the richest people in the world after he'd been hyping up for months? That's not really a shocker. Would he buy Twitter followers? Hell no. But should we be angry about it? After all, can you blame the dude for wanting some friends? I mean, he couldn't even get people to join him for a free lunch.
Yeah, the guy just wants to get some friends. Is that really so wrong, Yonah? Is that not something we can all say, that we haven't just bought a friend from time to time? Maybe 5,000 a day? I think that's normal. I think it's fair, Yonah. I think you're being too harsh on poor old Sunny Bunny. In the meantime, what else have you got for us?
Sunny Bunny. It sounds like you guys are friends. While the price of Bitcoin has dipped below 10K and now back up above it, Google searches for BTC have suddenly jumped to their highest level ever, all-time highs, both worldwide and in the USA. Now, as you can see, BTC, that giant jump, has all of a sudden skyrocketed, but that is not Bitcoin. See, Bitcoin, that's the red over there, is still higher overall, but it's interesting to try to figure out why people started searching BTC instead of Bitcoin all of a sudden. Is it possibly Bitcoin futures? Is it true mass adoption? Is it people started getting really lazy and wanted to save some keystrokes? Unfortunately, it's something less optimistic. BTC stands for Bahamas Telecommunications Company, which is currently getting hammered by Hurricane Dorian. Our prayers go out to all you being affected by the hurricane. Stay safe out there.
I wonder if we can get like a sideline effect from that. Like if people are searching BTC for that, maybe they see it, maybe that's the path to mass adoption. While you're searching for hurricanes and the tragedies and horrors that come with that, maybe you want to buy a little digital currency, get on that distributed ledger tech.
Is it the perfect storm for mass adoption?
Oof, too soon, too soon.
It hasn't even happened yet. What do you mean too soon?
Oh, it's happened in the Bahamas, but in the meantime, what else have you got?
Well, a New Jersey man stole someone's phone, used it to access the victim's Coinbase account, and then took more than $15,000 worth of crypto from that account and ran away with the money. Sounds like your average crypto thievery, especially coming from the man with the eye on crime himself, Dr. Yonah Hochhauser. That's me. Well, it was merely average until the thief, Darren Carter, started to feel guilty and wanted to apologize to his victim. He tried sending an email apology to the victim, but by accident sent the email to the detective investigating the theft. Now, Darren's real mistake here wasn't sending to the wrong email address, it was apologizing at all. See, if you're gonna steal, don't tell them, you fool. If you would have merely sent the apology to the victim would have just passed it on to the police anyway. Plus, it turns out when the detective figured it out it was Darren and went to arrest him, Darren was already in jail on charges that had nothing to do with this crypto theft. The victim ended up getting their money back. Plus, Darren, however, ended up looking like the worst thief since Harry and Marv from Home Alone.
Yeah, people who apologize for thefts and people who talk about themselves in the third person, two of the lowest of the low in my opinion. That's just me putting it out there. But what else have you got for us there, Yonah, man with the eye on crime?
Thanks, man. I like when you call me that. Reddit user DeadPlants14 posted this pic of a drink he saw in the grocery store. On its label, it's written, "Original Matcha can explain Bitcoin to your Uncle Chuck." Now, one, I'm happy that Bitcoin has officially reached the point of being used for the marketing of an off-brand finely ground powder of specially grown and processed green tea leaves, which are usually special in two aspects of farming and processing. The green tea leaf plants for matcha are shade grown for 3 to 4 weeks before harvest, and the stems and veins are removed during processing. But second, I think the ad made a big mistake. See, Uncle Chuck is obviously the guy in the family who already knows about Bitcoin and preaches its greatness to anyone who will listen, willingly or not. What it should have said is, original matcha is so good, it'll shut your Uncle Chuck up and finally stop him from blabbering Bitcoin. Also, it tastes good when you drink it in your mouth. Yes, I'm available for freelance marketing work.
I say, as the proud uncle who talks about Bitcoin in his own family, that that Uncle Chuck metaphor is perfect. We should spread it widely. It should be mass adopted, much like Bitcoin.
By the way, I feel based off your facial hair that you are a drinker of the matcha.
No, don't like it. Don't like it. It's weird, it's powdery, it adds odd flavors. I don't like it in desserts. It actually makes me, frankly, somewhat uncomfortable. So let's please move on.
Just like our own Zachy Hennessy. An infographic showing the stats of who is the average Bitcoin user popped up again on Reddit. Now, I know it's old, but when it's compared it to myself, I realize how current it still is, at least to me. I mean, it pretty much is me, an American, non-religious male, aged 25 to 34, who's extremely good-looking, who is in a relationship, employed, and libertarian. Only issue is that I don't make 50 to 100K a year. Come on, BLOCKTV. If you want us to really understand Bitcoin enough to report on it, I need my salary to be 100K. It's just a necessity of the job. And because it's pretty outdated, I probably need a bit more than that. Damn fiat inflation, man.
Oh, it would just save us all if we were paid direct in Bitcoin straight into the bank. And you know what, lady? Let's mix it up. Let's get a few altcoins in there. I want a good portfolio paid into my bank monthly. Just play the game. We'll see what happens. All right, what else you got?
CZ, CEO of Binance, he tweeted, "Me explaining Bitcoin to people. Bitcoin doesn't exist, nowhere, not in a computer, not in a bank, not physically. It's calculated based on a ledger, and it has tremendous value. Can I make myself sound more like a rat poison salesman who invented this stuff?" Now, it's a cute little tweet until you realize, what's a rat poison salesman? I mean, is that a thing that exists outside of Warren Buffett's mind? Does CZ really think that rat poison is actually snake oil? But then I thought about it further, and I realized how deep his statement really was. You see, CZ is showing us here his beliefs on cryptocurrencies in general, and why he's not a Bitcoin maximalist. He clearly thinks that each coin has its purpose. Bitcoin, like rat poison, is useful for killing off what people don't want. Inflationary fiat currency running around your house eating all the cheese. Or maybe not. I mean, keep in mind, this is the same dude who once claimed in a tweet that he met a 14-year-old who wouldn't discuss numbers in US dollars, but rather BNB numbers. Now that is selling rat poison.
I don't know. It's a strange metaphor. I think maybe you've thought about it too much, but maybe that's the key point of cryptos as a whole. Thinking about these things too much, taking them to that next level. Yonah, man with the eye on crime, I thank you for taking us to that place that others weren't willing to go. Thanks so much for being with us, and in the meantime, stay with us at blocktv.com for all the latest in news and information. I'm Asher Westrop Evans. Thanks for watching.
For more news and updates, follow us on Twitter